What is happening? Are we live? Yes, we are. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Riff building stream. Hope you had a nice short week. And I'm going to play you in. Not play you out. I'm going to play you in with a nice little riff you might already know. But I'm going to tell you something about it today. We're going to practice a little bit of melodic soloing too. If you have questions, as always, put it in the chat. Let's have a nice stream. Yeah! Got this little backing track for us here. Oh, yeah. Haha. Of course, the system stops running, as has been the case all day. But hey, let's take this as a little, cue to welcome you guys. What's happening? What's going on? We're going to take a look at this riff today that I just played for you. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can write a riff like that. And I also want to make you aware of the fact that since it's the Easter weekend coming up, I got some cool Easter discounts in the shop. So you can get 25% on all single courses with the code Easter25. So if you're interested in one of my guitar courses, if you've been on the fence, if you've been thinking like, well, I could buy a course, I could work on my playing, Joey might be, might have good content, this and that and such, now's the time, because if you were on the fence with 25% off, it's a great deal. Or you just get some of my bundles, because you might get courses even cheaper if you bundle up courses. So check that out. Description down below. A lot of links there. Also, there's a link to the tickets to my Berlin show in October. So if you want to hang out, come around and see me play live when I release my new album, there's also a link for that if you want to get tickets. So I guess we need to fix that little problem we have with Logic here, because it keeps shutting down whenever we want to play. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to restart Logic here. And in the meantime, I think we could talk about the tuning that we're in. So Logic is just, relaunching. And at the end of the day, this is one of my most, let's say famous is not the right word, but well-known riffs. That riff has the codename D minor TELE, or short just DMT, because that's the working title. I don't have a real title because I'm going to weave that into a song right now. This is actually going to be my next single. A riff, or no, not a riff. The song around this riff. And there is a song already, a song exists around that riff already, but I can't show it to you yet, but we're going to practice a little bit playing that riff, playing it in time, and soloing over it. Because at the end of the day, that's what's important. So tuning-wise, we are in a very low tuning. We are in E-flat standard. But then we tune the low E string down to a B-flat. This is very low, guys. Even I, as somebody who tries to play every tuning with a 10 to 46 set of strings, I have to, just level up on the string gauge here, because B-flat on the E string, that's too low for a 46 E string. So this is a 59, just as an exception, because this is a very low tuning. So as you can hear, this is the B-flat here. Very, very, very low. And it keeps going in and out of tune a little bit, but that's fine. You shouldn't be afraid of that. And then we're just going to play this riff. And if we play that with distortion, it sounds like this. So basically we play this in B-flat as a key, because I need to sing on this song, and I can sing a lot better when tunings are lower, in standard E, not quite fitting my range, if you will. And all the songs I've released so far are never in E standard tuning. They're either E flat or no, they're all in E flat actually. And that's why we're in E flat again. Just we're going to B flat with the E string. So no title yet, but here's the backing track. But I guess you can't see that anymore now. Is that right? Do I need to fix this real quick? My God, Logic, don't leave me hanging here. Oh, it's working. Perfect. So this is my backing track here, yeah? So it's basically, first chord is E flat, then, basically, so it's B flat, and then it's, which is A flat or G sharp, depending on how you look at it. And then it's, what is this? What is this? Oh, damn. It must be F sharp, right? So these three chords, and we just go back and forth. It's just like B flat, G sharp or A flat, and then F sharp. And that's all we have. So we're in a minor chord progression here, meaning we could play minor pentatonics and we can play B flat Aeolian. So just your normal minor scale as well, if you want to make it simple. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to try and solo over this a little bit. And if you have questions how I'm doing it, let me know in the comments, or in the chat rather. And I'm going to play a little bit of a pentatonic stuff first, and then I move into some more melodic stuff. And this can be simply achieved by, diving into some modes. So let's try pentatonic first, and then I'm moving into some melodic stuff. Pentatonic. Melodic. at the end there, you might have seen that. That is pretty much where I combine some of the pentatonic stuff with the Aeolian stuff, or with the minor scale rather. Depending on what you want to hear in a solo like that, when you go through something like that, and if you want to play a solo like that over a chord progression similar to this one, you always need to think in terms of how do you want people to feel when playing the solo. This is obviously an advanced step because first of all, you need to try and play it clean, play the right notes. But let's just assume playing the right notes because you're in the right, in the right pentatonic box or something is possible. Then you need to think about how people should feel. Should this sound like a classic rock solo, or should this sound rather sad? And depending on what you're doing here, you can go from like a pentatonic thing here. We can't play the the string down here because it's a B flat, but so if you play something like that, it's never quite as melodic because pentatonic scale to me makes you feel like playing something, I don't know, it just never sounds really sad, it doesn't sound dramatic or something. But when you just add 2 notes to that pentatonic box, and this is exactly what I teach in the melodic soloing course, and it is 25% off because it's Easter. So check it out in the description down below. It's you add 2 notes to that pentatonic shape. This one and this one. And once you do that, your pentatonic shape becomes the Aeolian mode. I just added 2 notes in every octave. Instead of I'm playing, and instead of I'm playing, and I'm doing that in every octave. It sounds like that. But I'm basically still playing minor pentatonic. I'm just adding 2 notes. So, and these flavors make it sound super dramatic. Same shape, same pentatonic approach, just adding 2 notes. So I can go from classic sounding pentatonic-y kind of solo to overly dramatic sounding solo. Just by deciding when to add these 2 flavor notes in it to make it Aeolian. So if you want to go deeper in that kind of topic and learn how to play solos like this one over a super common chord progression that I'm using here, check out the melodic soloing course because that's where we dive deeper into these kinds of topics. Now, do you have any questions about that so far, or should we go further with the riff? Because the riff is what it is, but it has a couple really nice, let's say, tricks how to make it sound so riffy, despite the fact we're just using 3 chords up and down the neck. So if you have any questions about the solo part of that, let me know in the comments, or the chat rather. I keep saying comments. I'm still in video filming mode. And let's talk about this riff real quick, because this riff, here's a question. Lennox asks, which amp did you use? Do I use right now? Right now I'm using the FRACTAL FM9. FRACTAL FM9 is a modeler, and I'm almost always using this when I'm playing in this room. All the YouTube videos that I'm doing, usually I'm doing with the FRACTAL FM9. I have my own preset there. And yeah, what we're modeling here is a diesel VH4 in channel 2 and a boost in front. That's the model I'm playing right now. So German amp, but really good. Really like a modern JCM 800. And that is pretty much my magic combo, or one of the magic combos I'm using for a good tone. Is like a TELE, bright sounding, and then a dark sounding. I'm like a diesel. Get this, or you can get this kind of sound. And then I'm using a Keeley Halo as a delay. As you can hear, it's pretty loud. But it sits so nicely in the mix. Did you ever try Quad Cortex? I have tried the Quad Cortex. It's great sounding unit, and it's even smaller than the FRACTAL, so go figure. It's a nice unit. All the modelers nowadays sound pretty good, I have to say. There's not a bad modeler out there anymore. Those times are over, man. All right, let's get into the riff part of this. So the reason I'm building a song around this riff is it's pretty popular on my channel. A lot of people love it, but it sounds very sophisticated, but it's not. So basically, it consists of these 3 chords, the same chords we're using in the backing track. So it's like, now I keep naming these chords wrong because I can't think when I'm not in original E standard tuning. So we got a B flat here. This would be a G sharp major. It's late, guys. It's late in Germany. And then an F sharp. So it's basically. And these 3 chords I connected with some, melodic lines and played them one after the other. And there you have a riff. So it's basically chord number 1. And then I'm doing which is like a minor pentatonic / Aeolian thing. This is the chord number 2, just as 6 intervals. 3rd chord, and that's the entire riff. You just have to know how to voice chords differently on the fretboard. That is something that I teach in the Melodic Riffing course. Also 25% off with the code Easter25. Because what we do in there is, I think it's 8 chapters of riff building techniques. And always we start with some sort of a chord progression with normal standard chords. And then we keep building either by putting in melodic lines, using different chord voicings, 6 intervals, bends to make cool sounds between chords. Because basically a lot of melodic riffs, if you want to learn melodic riffing, pretty much based on chord progressions that you combine in a very creative and original way. And that is not something that you're born with. That is something you can learn because it's technique. It's a framework, if you will. You can learn that. It's rules to that. So if you want to check that out, how to write stuff like that and riff together with me, I think it's 70 minutes long, that course. And I think it's the most fun course that I have because it's all about riffing. And you get backing tracks with each riff, so you can play all day and learn a lot. And that's pretty much the entire magic behind this stuff. So yes, some, let's just say, some basic knowledge around chords is always welcome, but in general, you could learn to riff like this without knowing any theory at all, because it's basically about chords and connecting them in an original way. KP Viper 88 asks, is it all on your Patreon or somewhere else? This riff specifically is not on Patreon yet, but it will be shortly. So yes, this will be on Patreon. On Patreon, I drop a new package of riffs, backing tracks, and stuff with tabs and such things every month. And every month you have something new to play. So yeah, if you just that's the difference between between the Patreon and my courses is the courses teach you how to play a certain or how to learn a certain skill like melodic riffing, melodic soloing. There's a skill and a framework behind it. On Patreon, all I do is share with you my riff library in my head. So every month I give you new tabs and backing tracks to a certain riff that I played on a YouTube video, and you get to have a say what I post next. So every month I put in a short Q&A, and you can make wishes what you want to play on next on Patreon. So on Patreon, it's more an interactive kind of thing, and every month you get fresh stuff. And in a course, you got very, content dense courses, 8 to 10 chapters that are really crash courses in something where you go really deep on a specific topic. So your potential to be a better player is way higher, because you're not just playing a riff with me. I'm teaching you actual stuff with a lot of exercises, explaining scales, chords, and all that kind of stuff. So that's the difference. All right. There is something we can, there's another question. Lennox asks, do you have any tips for getting an awesome rock tone with a Fender Japan Tele and a quad cortex? Sure. Let's think about that for a second. So Fender Japan, always good guitars. So this shouldn't be a roadblock to get a good sound. And then quad cortex, if you have one. See, my entire philosophy for good tone is you need to balance things out. Meaning, if you're having a Tele, so you're saying you're playing a Tele, right? Okay, so you have a Tele. A Tele is a bright guitar by default, because you have bright woods, and it's very ringy and it's very wiry, and it can be pretty ice picky if done wrong. So what you want to do is combine that with an amp that is not bright, because you already have one bright element in your chain. So the next thing you want to do is go with an amp that is not as bright. And usually classic Marshalls are very, very bright, like a Plexi is super bright. So I don't like Teles into Plexis, because bright and bright just makes harsh, right? So what I would do is I pair it with an amp that is known to be a little bit darker. So do you have any profiles or models of like a Bogner Ecstasy, which is a dark sounding but Marshall-esque kind of sound? Do you have any profiles of like a Friedman Brown Eye could be good. Tame the treble a little bit maybe. And what else? Like Bogner stuff, Friedman stuff, Diesel stuff. Yeah, pretty much all the amps. If you want to come close to that kind of sound here, like a raw British, go with one of the amps that I just mentioned, like Bogner, Friedman, Diesel. I don't know what else. Could also be like a Marshall JVM. Like the more modern Marshalls are not as bright anymore, but like the classic JCM 800s, Plexis, JMPs, they were so bright. So with the Tele, that's not great. And then I don't know if you have the option to experiment with some impulse responses, so cap simulations that you put into the quad cortex, because I think they make a huge difference in the sound. And you want to go with something that is a V30 cabinet, because greenbacks are too bright, and the Celestian's 75 watt speakers are too bright for a Tele too. So go with a V30 or an Eminence kind of speaker if you can, if you have that at your disposal. And you should get a pretty balanced sound, because your Tele is going to be bright. The rest is a lot darker. So you get like a nice punchy rock sound. That would be my tip here. Hope that helps. All right. So let's play a little more. Let's use that backing track a little more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try some different soloing options here. You can let me know what you like best. I'm going to play a little bit lower on the fretboard first, and then I'm going a little bit higher, because that also makes a huge difference in your melodic soloing. Like, where do you start your solo and where can you go to build up the tension and to create some dynamics. If you start high, you have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to, bring that to a climax. And that's why I'm going to start low. I'm going to stay low for a while, consciously, making a conscious decision to not, blow my entire, tricks in the first 30 seconds. But then I go higher later to build a kind of climax. At least I'm going to try that. I might butcher it because it's late and it's been although it has been a short week, it's been a pretty long week for me. So let's see. Something like that. You could clearly hear it when you're building it up like that. There's a lot more excitement towards the end, when you have somewhere to go. And again, this is all part of knowing the fretboard, knowing where your pentatonic notes are. And then if you know where your pentatonic notes are, you can easily add these Aeolian notes in there. So you have melodic stuff everywhere to play on the fretboard. Again, if you want to go deeper into these kinds of topics, check out the guitar course in the description down below. Easter discount on there until April 7th, which should be Tuesday morning. That's how long the discount phase goes. So better be quick if you want to grab one. All right. Any more questions about anything? Let's have a little conversation here. Let's interact in the chat. It makes the entire thing a lot more enjoyable. Here's Daniel Scherf. I have met Daniel Scherf in person at Guitar Point in Germany. Best vintage guitar shop. And Daniel has a question. About your solo sound settings of the Keeley Halo. Would you tell? Daniel, it's not that special, to be honest. It's actually if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a stock preset sound that I'm using right now. That's not always the case, but right now I think it's the case. Yeah, I think it's the quarter note setting, the quarter note preset setting that comes stock with the amp. With the amp, with the pedal. The KELE Halo has some stock presets, and a couple of them I changed. A couple of them I liked as they were. So I think, let me check. Yes, this is the second preset on preset bank 1. It's preset number 2 on the right side, I think. You know, it's not a big deal. It's just like it's heavily modulated. As you can hear, it's ducking a little bit, and there's a little bit of chorus on it. All these things you can, you know, turn up in the settings, in the secondary settings, but just a quarter note delay, nothing fancy. I just made that up. I just started playing rhythmically with that quarter note delay time. Yeah, man, delay, it's just so inspiring. You just set some delay time and you can come up with all sorts of stuff. I remember coming up with certain riffs only because there was a certain delay time. I just clicked on, that's always how that happens, guys. I just sit down here, grab a guitar, and then I just, you know, I click on something. It's not a conscious decision what kind of pedal I engage. I just, you know, tap my foot somewhere on my pedal board, like wham, and then some sound starts to happen, and that sometimes that's all you need to get going. I could just, you know, click on any other preset here. Let's just go blind, any other preset here on the KELE Halo. Let's see what we can come up with. Oh, that's very slow. What could we possibly do with that? You know, that's a little bit slow. It's nothing comes to mind with that slow of a delay. Here we got a slap. With slap, I always want to try something hold on, guys. Should we loop that and try and play something? Let's try that. Let's try and loop that. That is fun, guys. That's really fun. I feel like we could build this a little bit stronger by adding a chord here and there. You know, we go with the riff, and then every other time or so, we just you know, we just throw a chord in here and there. Let's try this. Something like and then, oh no, that's not the right chord. Maybe something like something like yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Like, let's loop that. That's cool. To be honest, this is pretty fun to solo over. Should we double down, lay down some bass, just for the fun of it? You know, guys, I'm not a great bass player, not at all. I just basically always mirror what I'm playing on the electric guitar and just play the single note on the bass. Maybe without the slap, though. So I'm just playing the bass through my guitar pedals now, because why not, you know? There's no rules. Whoever told you there's rules, but whoever told you need like a bass amp, come on, guys. Bass is a guitar at the end of the day, okay? Let me play through a fucking Marshall Plexi, okay? So don't tell me you need a bass amp. Especially not if you're just having a YouTube live stream. This is not a professional recording, guys. We can do whatever we want here. So let's do that. Something like that. All right, let's record this. Damn, I butchered it. That sounds a little bit fatter. Let's for the solo, let's get another sound though. Shall we do something with fuzz or so? I'm not sure. You know, real fuzzy. That sounds brutal, man. It's kind of cool, but maybe let's add some delay or something. Oh no, I know what we should add. Haha, guys, I got it. We need something like a Univibe or something. I don't have that on the pedal board, but I can just add it in the FRACTAL FM9. So here's the Univibe. That Univibe is crazy. I just want to put it higher in the mix. That's real trippy, guys. That's real 60s. That's nice. That's nice. Now, let's add some more. Let's add some delay for the funsies, you know? That's kind of like a spring reverb kind of thing. Maybe that's cool too. Let's try this one. Oh yeah. See, that's some fun you can just generate with using delay. So I just get one question about my delay, and then, you know, my head just starts spinning in one direction. And here we are 10 minutes later, still jamming on the same riff. Ilkay asks, hey Joey, how's it going, man? How are you? I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing? Long weekend coming up here in Germany because we have some holidays. I think it's the same in the US, right? So yeah, I mean, pretty good actually. Working on a new song. We're gonna put out a new song later this month. It's not like I just released one. So last song came out 2 weeks ago, I think. And in the beginning of the stream, I worked on this riff here. It's the wrong sound for this now. And that's going to be the next song, out later this month. I think I tracked pretty much everything already. I just have to sing it. Need some work on the lyrics, and then I sing it probably this weekend, and then it goes off to the mixing if I'm not mixing it myself. Not sure yet. And then it's going to be out later this month. It's going to be good. It's going to be great because finally that riff has a home in a song, in a proper song. Daniel says, I have to try it out. Bought it today at Session Frankfurt. Oh, that's great. That's really, really good. That's really good. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's an addictive delay. The Keeley Halo is an addictive delay because it does everything and it never is in the way. You know, it's voiced so great that you never trip over your own delay trail, which is happening often with digital delays and all sorts of other delays. But you could say the presets are a little bit too loud coming from the factory, but you can easily adjust that. In that kind of form factor, it's one of the best units out there. I haven't heard a delay sound as good. And I'm a delay freak, so I really listen to the delay traits when I try out delays. And I don't like a lot of delays. Because a lot of delays are just not voiced correctly. So they always are in the way of what you're playing. It's always kind of distracting. But this one, as well as the Strymon timeline, which is also great. It's like an all-time great. Sorry, we need to get rid of that univibe again. That univibe. See, that is also like a Keeley Halo patch. It's not really a delay, but the delays are so fast it sounds like spring reverb. But it's actually just delays. And the cool thing about the Halo is you get patches like this one. You can hold it so it freezes. Awesome, right? Awesome, I could do that all night. film music? Anyone? By the way, if you want to get a Keele Halo, there's a link in the description as an affiliate link. So if you want to grab a Keele Halo and you buy it through that link, I earn a small commission. Doesn't cost you any more. Great way to support the channel, by the way. It's a great pedal. I love it. I could play it all day. You get all these nice patches, and you have that quarter note thing, which is great, and then the slap stuff, the really long stuff, everything you need, pretty much. That's trippy. I don't know what to do with that, to be honest. I don't know how to write with that. Is that some rhythmic thing I need to do? Dap da dap dap da da. Something like that, maybe. That's too trippy for me, but you know, there's a lot of things you can do. I maybe use 50% of its capabilities. What can I say? Great delay. All right, guys. Since I'm seeing we're already in 53 minutes here, I would do a last round of questions. Pretty quiet stream today. That's fine. That's fine. You can watch it later. But if you have any more questions, you want to discuss anything else, have a conversation about anything guitar related, music related, whatever, life related, let me know now. I'm going to stay for a couple more minutes and then I'm going to play you out. So if you have any more questions, now is the time to put it into the chat. Remember, Easter weekend, Easter discount is going on in my shop until Tuesday. So until Tuesday, you get 25% on all single courses with the code Easter25. So if you want to check that out, check it out in the description down below. There's a link to my shop and all the courses. All right. Dan says, I love it already. I put it into the effects loop on my modeler, but I need to adjust some things. Dude, the exact same thing that I'm doing. I'm stupid. I'm stupid too. I could just use you. I can't show you because I don't have a proper camera for the floor, but what you can see here is how stupid I am. I use the FM9, and the FM9 by FRACTAL is supposed to be an all-in-one model, so there's so many cool effects in it, so many great sound and amp models, anything, everything, you know? You could just use, and it's supposed to be a unit you use as a standalone. What does your favorite guitar face, Joey Jones, do? I just, for some reason, I had a session job to do, like a remote session. Somebody wanted guitar tracks in their songs, so I did some guitar tracks, recorded them here in my home studio, sent them off to the studio where the artist was. And I needed a certain sound from a certain pedal. And for that, I put my pedal board in front of the FM9. So this was a year ago. I still haven't put it back. I put it there, I think, a year ago in front of the FM9. So I have the pedal board here right next to the FM9. Okay? Because 1 year ago, I needed it for a session for a very specific sound. And since then, I just never changed the cabling again. You know, all my time-based effects now go in the effects loop of the FM9. Not because I need it, Not because I think it's better, just because I'm too lazy to change it. Never change a running system. Now I'm so used to having the stuff right next to each other. It makes no sense because all these effects are in the FM9, except for the Keeley Halo. There is a patch in the FM9 of the Keeley Halo pedal, but it's not doing it justice. The pedal is better. It's like 5% better, but still. So you could do everything with just the FM9, but here I am stuck in my home studio with my pedal board and my FM9. All the drives of my pedal board go in front of the FM9, not because it's needed, not because it's better. It's because it's here, and I don't want to put it away. It's just creatures of habit, if you will. It's stupid. I think about it often, but I just never make the change. All right. Thanks for sharing your workflow. No problem, buddy. No problem. No secrets about it. Nothing special about it. What tuning are you using, dude? Sounds minty fresh. Mentioned it in the beginning of the stream. I'm in E flat, but then I turned the low E string to a B flat. So we're basically in drop B, but everything is tuned down half a step. So like, because I'm playing this riff. Which is going to be my next song coming out this month for everybody who's just joining. And I'm playing the solo later before I leave. So stick around for that. Dennis says, you're so right. Some effects are not so great in these units, at least in mine. I also have Octaver in front of the modeler because I need to simulate the bass and the Octaver sounds better. Yeah, I have the POG in front too on my pedal board. Yeah, the POG is great. There is a good Octaver in the FM9. It's a little bit hidden. It's called the Virtual Capo. You can put that in as a parallel thing too. So you don't have to use the whammy model. But yeah. The POG has a sound. So something like a POG or other octaves just have their own sound. So it's okay having more pedals, I guess. But at the same time, I'm just like, Joey, what the fuck are you doing? What am I doing? So I have this floorboard here. So why am I not using it? So why do I keep using my effects? Makes no sense. Okay. All right. We're 60 minutes in. I'm going to play you out now. Just want to let you know, the song you're about to hear is going to be my new song, so you better be excited. Check out my Guitar Course description down below. 25% off until the end of Easter. And yeah, if you want to see my show on October 24th, album release show live in Berlin, you can get tickets in the description down below as well. So if you're near, if you're in Germany, if you're in Europe and you want to see me play live with a band, all my new songs, I'm going to play the entire album, I guess. And we can hang out after that at the merch booth and talk guitars and tones and favorite pedals. And we can have a beer and we can do photos. And if you want, I can sign things. It's all good. So check that out in the description down below. Have a nice weekend, guys. I'm going to play you out here with the cool new song. And this is the backing track. Here we go. right, guys. That's it. See you next week. Bye-bye.